Hello, I'm Terry Cunliffe, President and CEO of Covenant Living. The impact of the coronavirus is growing, and like you, we are watching the number of new cases throughout the nation every day. It is hard for me to believe that less than 2 weeks ago, we had no idea our daily routines and services would be disrupted to this degree. Protocols for preventing the spread of this virus have dramatically changed our country and our communities. Let me continue to assure you that we monitor and follow all necessary infection control guidelines and protocols as recommended by local, state, and federal health authorities. Our ultimate commitment through this pandemic is to provide peace of mind for residents, employees, and your families by striving to provide the safest environment possible. In addition, we are developing temporary employee policies and benefits that will help our staff members through this crisis to the best of our ability. For residents, we will continue to make adjustments to the way we conduct business in an effort to protect your health. As in any crisis situation, we identify our strengths and weaknesses. One area we need to improve is our communication with your families. Due to the limitations we have placed on visitors, I know your families would appreciate hearing from us and your local community leaders. We would like to keep them better informed on the actions we are taking at Covenant Living Communities more regularly. You could really help us improve our communication with your families by providing the name, relationship, and email addresses of your key family members. Please provide that information to the administration at your community at your earliest convenience. Family members, if you are seeing this, please contact the community administration and give them your email information along with the resident name. I've had the opportunity to talk with a few of you by phone this past week, and I'm burdened by the impact our operational changes are already having on your emotional well-being. We know the positive impact socialization has on the well-being of individuals of all ages. This mandatory social isolation undermines that power of being and living in community. Unless you have been instructed by a clinical team to self-isolate in your apartment due to virus exposure or quarantine, social isolation can mean isolating within your community. However, if you gather with friends, it's critical you do not gather in groups larger than 10. In fact, smaller is better, and that you maintain a social distance of 6 feet or greater. Socialization will be challenged while Covenant Living and the entire United States fights the coronavirus battle. But it is important for you to explore alternative ways to socialize. Based on what we hear and read, we could be in this battle for several weeks. To help diminish the impact of social isolation created by the changes we've made and will continue to make, each community will be adding programming options through your in-house television channels. Some communities are already doing this with exercise classes and chapel services or daily devotionals. In addition, you'll see some special features previously aired on Covenant Life Today. The coronavirus situation continues to move at a fast pace. Covenant Living leadership, in collaboration with your local administration, will be adding additional measures of prevention at all of our communities. We will immediately close fitness centers, locker rooms, and in some communities, the indoor swimming pools. We understand this is another major inconvenience. However, there is more difficulty ensuring continuous infection control cleaning between equipment and locker rooms. In addition, we will temporarily close all beauty and barber shops. If this hasn't already occurred at your community, they will over the next few days. Because this service is not consistent with the social distancing guidelines, we cannot continue this service. Many of you continue to prepare your own meals throughout the day. And as a result of our request for you to stay on campus, we know it's challenging to obtain your groceries. If your community hasn't already done so, they will be identifying potential solutions to support you with grocery pickup or delivery. We are asking that no residents travel outside of your home area and not for prolonged periods of time, as this increases the risk of bringing the virus into our communities. If you do choose to leave the community, we ask you to notify your community administration. The time you are off campus increases your risk of exposure to the coronavirus. If you choose to travel to another city or state or country, you will be required to notify the community administration before leaving on your trip. And prior to your return to campus, you will also be required to self-quarantine in your apartment for 14 days. I realize that this may appear drastic, but we cannot risk residents who may be traveling to areas where there could be high concentrations of coronavirus and bringing it back to our community and putting other residents and employees at risk. We have all heard many times over the past 2 weeks, we are navigating an uncertain future. But be assured that Covenant Living Communities is strong operationally and financially. We are working hard to minimize the impact on your life and that of our employees while trying to make your home and workplace safe. To assure strong occupancy over the next few months, we'll continue to renovate units and new residents will continue to move in. But strict precautions will be used by contractors, including daily health screenings consistent with our employees. And we will only refurb units currently reserved and with move-in dates. We are committed to providing video updates every weekend. In addition, we will post the video and a written summary to each of our community websites. I know that you're feeling the pain of disruptions to your daily routine, from the closing of the fitness center and bistro to the suspension of the beauty shop and barber appointments. We are all feeling that pain as restaurants, gyms, movie theaters, and schools close throughout the nation. I cannot guarantee we are done making changes to our operations. As health authorities revise existing guidelines or establish new ones, we continue to assess our day-to-day operational practices and modify them as necessary. We will get through this together through a lot of prayer and patience. I encourage all of us to choose faith over fear, prayer over panic, worship over worry, and service over selfishness. We serve a great God who calms every storm. So may God continue to bless you and comfort you throughout this upcoming week. Thank you.